What was the real Seattle sound beyond grunge? Imagine walking through a city where music is part of the very ground you stand on. Before grunge took over the world, Seattle had a rich and varied musical scene that many don't realize. The real Seattle sound was more than just loud guitars and heavy distortion. It was a mix of many styles that reflected the city's diverse cultural roots. Long before the loud, raw sound of grunge, Seattle's music history stretches back to the Indigenous Coast Salish peoples. They used songs and rhythms for storytelling and cultural traditions, creating a spiritual foundation for the region's music. Moving into the mid-1900s, jazz became popular in Seattle, with talented artists performing from the 1930s onward. This jazz scene added a layer of musical richness to the city's identity. Seattle also produced legendary guitarists like Jimi Hendrix in the 1960s. His innovative style helped put the city on the map as a hub of musical creativity. By the 1980s, before grunge became a household name, the local scene was a mix of punk, garage rock, post-punk, and heavy metal. Bands like the U-Men played a big role, blending punk energy with a more experimental sound that didn't quite fit into one category. The Melvins, for example, brought a heavy, sludgy style that influenced many bands to come. The term grunge was used loosely at first. Many bands disliked being labeled just as grunge because their music was more diverse than a single genre. The scene was never a big, unified movement but rather a collection of bands experimenting with heavy rock, punk, and metal influences. Beyond the grunge label, Seattle kept producing raw, gritty rock music that stayed true to its independent roots. Bands like Pearl Jam, which came out of the grunge explosion, still carry that spirit today. The local record label Sub Pop was key in nurturing this scene. It signed many bands from Seattle and beyond, helping shape the alternative rock sound that became famous worldwide. So, the real Seattle sound beyond grunge was a mix of punk, garage rock, heavy metal, jazz, and classic rock traditions. It was about musicians exploring heavy, authentic, and energetic music that reflected the city's rich cultural history. This broader view shows how Seattle was a vibrant hub for all kinds of rock and roll, not just the loud, distorted sound many associate with the city.